So this guy clears deadly ghost stories for a living, alone. His office boss has a literal lizard for a head. His coworkers? A quiz host who incinerates wrong answers. A maze of grinning clowns that hunt you down. His weapon against all of it? An employee badge. His power? He memorized the entire ghost story wiki. The catch? He faints at scary pictures. Every single time. Meet Kim Soleum, who just wanted a stable office job. Daydream Inc. hired him onto the field exploration team, also known as the company Suicide Squad, a sealed ghost train bound for a station that melts you, a hallway of portraits, blink and you become one, coworkers who fear him, and a boss who's the real monster. And he clears it all without throwing a single punch. The prize for surviving? A wish that grants anything. Even the dead come back. Funny thing is, it all starts with a job offer. A voice rings out, "You are the chosen candidates." Fresh recruits stand frozen in the dark just listening. Daydream Inc. The protagonist knows that name a little too well. Supposedly, this pharmaceutical company can make absolutely anything. Only the finest new hires make the cut, the speaker boasts. Then comes the assignment, the field exploration team, one of 5 dev teams and the company's infamous Suicide Squad. Around him, recruits whisper that they've never even heard of it, running a screening death game at orientation just to thin the herd. Insane. He breaks into a sprint. He needs out right now, but the host cuts in. "There's one more thing first. A brief probationary evaluation," he announces cheerfully. "It judges you purely on practical ability to keep everything nice and fair." Grinning, the man demands everyone's enthusiastic participation. A snap of his fingers and freeloaders get dealt with. The power dies, the doors seal, and the room turns uneasy. Pale hands rise from the dark and his voice catches. The whole group stares at whatever just appeared. An announcement purrs. "Welcome to the Abyss Transit Line. This train won't stop until your final destination." A strangled what? Someone guesses it's just a virtual reality demo. Then they feel it move and the doors won't open. Cutting edge tech, maybe an escape room, they tell themselves. He already knows better. This is no escape room. Honestly, nobody saw this one coming. Taking a job dragged him into pure insanity. It starts at Daydream Inc., just another office. His badge reads Kim Soleum, Field Exploration Team, and somehow a death survival game. A voice rasps over the speakers. This stop is sorrow. Something looms in the dark right behind him. The verdict lands flat. He's inside a ghost story. A glitching screen welcomes him to the Abyss Transit Authority. Rewind a bit. A miserable commute, dead on his feet. Just bed when he gets home, he figures. Then the laundry. Worn out, the salaryman drifts off on the ride back. He wakes on a subway car. The passengers blank as ghosts. Looks like an ordinary ride. Still, where is he? Something here is off. So the company is culling its new hires through a ghost story. The intercom drones it again. "This stop is Sorrow Station. Please disembark," it says, and the screen doors slide open. 30 seconds to step off. No turning back. He reads the sign twice. Sad? Sorrow? His coworkers crowd the door, eager to get off before it shuts. Under his breath, he just mutters, "Damn it." Aside from the name, the station looks normal enough. Gripping the rail, the salaryman warns them not to step outside. A man in a suit frowns. Sorrow Station? In Korea? Another rider caves, but presses. Who takes the blame if they stay and burn? The nervous one sides with him. Better to wait and see how this plays out. Then the announcement. The doors are closing. Someone bolts for the gap, yelling at them to get off first. Teeth gritted, the green-haired man throws himself through. Through the glass, the others stay. One grins, one tears up. Turns out the runner never made it. Hand on the door, stuck inside. Head down, he mutters a bitter thanks to someone. The protagonist gets it. They wanted to drop everything and bolt. But on the platform, he wonders if those riders will be okay. Their call. They should have gotten off when he told them to. Right then, a dripping face splits into a grin behind him. His green-haired partner just blinks, lost. Something red tears through the dark. Recoiling, he chokes out a strangled, "What is that?" The man goes down screaming as shapes close in. Then he notices it. Something's dripping from the ceiling. Blood rains over his face, his mouth open, frozen. The protagonist watches it all without a flicker. That, he figures, is what the wrong answer costs you. And so the ones who stayed lie still in the red. Darkness, in other words, means ghost stories. Daydream sends its employees into them on assignment. Even a rookie's probation runs inside one. The train leaves Sorrow Station. A smooth announcement. Mind the platform ahead. Around him, people panic about a death. He sits dead calm. Honestly, he's better off than the rest. He read the whole wiki. Classic isekai. Transmigrate in, info advantage, unstoppable. One might think, but there's one problem. Hands clasped tight, a crucial one. He cannot handle scary things at all. Inside, the protagonist is wailing. Him? A ghost story? The Suicide Squad? Text he's fine with. He'll read the scariest post and like it. But the second it's a picture, he faints on the spot. Scary thumbnails, background images, all skipped. His own stories ran imageless. A ghost story needs images to feel real. He can't look at one. Even his own ghosts get no exceptions. Rules are rules. Friends pile on. He ditched his crush over a horror flick, and his name means goosebumps. And the wiki is blunt. The field team is a Suicide Squad. Back to the present, the count holds. 8 survivors here. Next station, Grudge. Doors on the right. A grudge this time? Just kill him instead, he thinks, perfectly composed. Then something catches his eye. A prize box. First place reward from the Darkness Exploration record. In profile, he skims a line about that record. Notepad out, he wonders if only he can see this. Nearby, 2 riders prop up a woozy passenger, telling her to rise slowly. So he keeps quiet and touches it, no fuss. The pages flip past. Something glints and he looks up, unsettled. In his palm sits a little glowing phone grip. It dawns on him. This is official Darkness Exploration record merch, and the exact one he bought. A countdown starts ticking. The clock blurs down through the hours. Then the screen glitches out. A bloody welcome smears across the wall. Red lit, a figure leans in. Explorer who came to the darkness. Then a normal department store. 2 girls clowning by a gory display. Through the crowd waits a hooded shape. It's a pop-up store for the franchise. The franchise is an online ghost story universe about exploring anomalies, and one fan was very deep in it. At the register, he grabs the big eco bag. Bystanders peg him as a reseller. He swears it's all for himself. Burned annual leave to be here. Honestly, he already came last week too. One event card he skipped. An office worker keeps some dignity. Then a staffer pops up grinning. The roulette ends today. So he caves, and they wave him over. A cheery thanks, employee. Then a lucky roulette starts. Prizes ranked by slot. Press the button, the host says. Stop the wheel whenever. Probably a participation prize. Still better than nothing. The wheel blurs. 7th was a memo pad, good enough to grab. It lands on first place. He stares, dazed. Wait, really? Confetti drops as staff cheer the grand prize. Then a sleek black box lands in his hands. For real? For the custom merch, the host needs his name. He gives it, Kim Soleum. Up comes a badge, plus a flyer about building your own character. Daydream Inc, Field Exploration Team, Employee. An employee badge? The host gushes it's a famous faction in the game. He knows, of course, a megacorp running ghost stories, the usual cliche. The exploration team gets ground down chasing anomalies, hence its many named characters. Grinning, the host wonders what role this rookie will play. Liar, the protagonist thinks flatly. Shadows swallow the hooded figure whole. Then a sudden dizziness warps his vision. His eyes open back in the lecture hall. The prize, a grip talk, projects a user's memories as neat text. If so, he figures, sticking it to his phone. The plan clicks. This is how he reads the rules. A glitching record blinks awake. Welcome to the Abyss Transit Authority. The text he'd only half remembered loads onto his phone. Perfectly. Hundreds of ghost stories, each made by someone with too much passion. You deduce the survival rules yourself. No easy answers. But with this in hand, the odds shift. His thumb scrolls. Right now he needs one thing. Past escape cases. People who got out alive. The phone lights his face. Got it. Those cases hint where to get off. Next stop, Grudge Station. Composed as ever, he hits a snag. No signal, no data. The record's frozen on screen. 2 riders shrink back. Grudge? Like when people get angry? So the question is how to talk these people off the train. Eyes on the doors, he needs as many off as possible. A noble urge to save lives? Of course not. Sure, on a human level he feels for them, but plain truth is, he can't get off alone. The station crawls with eyeballs. Pitch dark, a ghostly handprint, the whole place flipped upside down. Odds of passing out and never escaping top 90%. One dress shoe steps forward. So, somehow, he has to drag everyone out with him. And they all leave together. A shoe steps down. First, build trust, slowly. Win 1 or 2, the rest follow. He scans for someone usable. Nearby, a baffled, "What is this?" Then the train jolts to a halt. He smirks. No scary story for clicks, then it lands. Found one. A young woman in a suit clutches her phone. His mark. Something jolts her and her eyes go wide. She rounds on him. Did he say ghost story? Caught off guard, she fumbles. Scary videos sometimes, and this felt like one. He presses for what she knows. Just a feeling, she admits. Like a ghost story. Then she walks him through it. The lecture hall became a subway car. Her voice drops, remembering one person. Barely a whisper. He died. Covering her face, she apologizes for dumping it on him. He says nothing. Playing along, he agrees. Too unreal to think straight. His private verdict lands flat. He wants to throw up too. She brightens. At least he keeps a cool head. If only she'd seen him panic. Both glance up as a third figure edges in with a wary, A green-haired man asks if he sat beside him earlier. Next to me? Then it clicks. Right, the lecture hall. The companion presses for where he got that. Soleum opens with a measured well. An open palm held out. An offer. A smiling man gives his name. Baek Sa-hyun. The protagonist freezes, mouthing the name back. He's a named employee. The wiki has a whole entry. Manager. 106 explorations, 17 flagged special. His nickname there? The Viper. So this easy grin belongs to that Baek Sa-hyun. A woman introduces herself next. Go Young-un. The name means nothing to him, which means her real name never made the record. Someone who breezed through and quit early, or died fast. A few go by codename alone, but their traits give them away instantly. His hand tightens on his knee. Damn. Flat as ever, he gives them his own name. While they talked, the car drifted into little groups. Someone's trying to reach the next car, he notes. That won't work. Moving between cars is forbidden here. An announcement purrs. Next stop, Ecstasy Station. A confused, ripples through the group. One writer hopes ecstasy sounds nice. No. You can't judge a station by the name. The theme changes every run, so a safe-sounding stop guarantees nothing. But the precedent, that you can study. Records show stations named by color. Blue Station, 2 survivors escaped. Others are named for body parts. Cochlea Station. That one ended in a bloodbath. Escape failed. 56 cases deep, a positive name means nothing for survival. The station looks normal, even brand new. So why does it feel staged? A panicked survivor wants everyone out, fast. Then an arm shoots out. Wait, are you certain? The salaryman asks. Flat. Certain this place is actually safe, he presses. Most of them feel it. This is a ghost story, and horror never ends well on good vibes alone. Looming over the two, gambling your lives this easily? One survivor snaps back. All he's done is preach doom and gloom. What is this, a quiz show? Nobody gave them hints. Then a single finger goes up. The hint was the announcement, he says. Both survivors just blink, lost. From the start, the announcements told the truth. Thank you for riding Abyss Transit. The train does not stop. Pay attention to reach the final destination. It keeps telling them to focus and follow along. Final destination, Ecstasy Station. Please disembark as announced. A woman with a knife asks, anyone here bound for Ecstasy Station? The recruits stammer that ecstasy sounds good. Living happily is the whole point. She presses again. Is that really their final stop? One stalls. He snaps back. Who takes the blame if her meddling cost them the escape? Soleum cuts in, flat and certain. I will. As the screen doors slide shut, he was getting them all out anyway. Now nobody can blame him for keeping them aboard. Someone calls over. A recruit blurts it out. The front car already got off. They ask if those people will be okay, desperate to call this fake. Through the glass, the front group stands frozen. He braces for it. One steps into a spreading pool of gold. A confused, huh? The gold surges up and takes him, screaming. A voice shrieks that their body is melting. Another man dissolves. Hands claw upward as the molten gold drags him down headfirst. Then the whole platform drowns in churning gold. A last face sinks under, mouth open in silence. An announcement drones. Now departing Ecstasy Station. Inside the car, the survivors just stare, gone pale. Shaking hands reach for him, reminding him he promised responsibility. A recruit grabs his arm, begging if he can really find them safety. Yes. He wonders how he became the one with answers. The stress alone might finish him. A grinning recruit gushes at the taller man. You're incredible, sir. People like you are rare, he flatters, hoping that bold promise pays off. The other one, Baek Sa-hyun, just shrugs off any station talk. If he really passed the entrance test, maybe he hasn't gotten a feel yet. Worth watching. An announcement warns of a curved section ahead. Shaking likely. Stay seated. 3 recruits sit in a row, heads bowed, the train rattling on. Then a scuffle breaks out and someone panics over over what to do. Eyes shut, a faint grim smile. The protagonist murmurs, "It's too late." Now entering the curved section, the whole car whips into a red blur. It clears and the walls are painted in blood. "Safe to stand now, thanks for cooperating." A recruit clutches his head, begging to be let off, crying for his mom. Good for staying alive, he figures, but horrifying. Focus on convincing them. Another transit announcement crackles on, and one rider just groans. Again. "We have a lost item. Whoever holds it must get off at the next stop and hand it over." His face snaps tense as it clicks. "A miscellaneous record escape case. Hold the specified item," the rule says, "and you can safely leave." The item named is a man in his 20s. A lone eyeball glows in the dark. A-type blood, adult male, his left eyeball. An announcement. The lost item is a man's left eye, type A. Find it, get off, hand it to staff. Soleum knows this one from the records. An escape case. An unconditional escape ticket, logged in the Abyss Transit Extras. Leave with the named item and you walk out. The recruits catch it. A man, 20s, type A? Blood type, he figures. Just ignore it and ride past? Wait for the right stop and everyone survives. One nervous recruit floats finding the target just in case. So they start clearing themselves. Too old, type B, no match. Then it lands on Soleum, who flatly claims AB. A lie. Type A, really, but the offer passed, so why out himself? Right then, another recruit pipes up. He's an exact match. Eager and certain, the guy thinks he qualifies. The intercom names the next stop. Anger Station. Red-eyed and grinning, the volunteer is sure his moment came. He confirms it. Type A, the perfect target. Anger Station again. The screen doors slide open, something waiting inside. Soleum just watches, calm, saying nothing. The volunteer thrusts his badge out and steps for the doors. A red figure looms close. That's too bad. Then blood sprays and it jerks back, shrieking. Debris hangs in the air. Two coworkers flinch. The horror's red face splits into a scream. Something wrenches hard. A cry breaks loose. He stands alone on the red platform, the others screaming he just stabbed an eye. Then the volunteer drops, blood pooling, the green-haired man lunging for him. "Hand over an eye and you leave," he reminds them. "So why just stand there?" Grinning, the red passengers repeat it. "Hand over the item, get off." An announcement confirms it, then trails off. Then again. Bloodied and faintly smirking, he figures, never count on people who make others carry their lives. His coworkers jolt at the sight of him, then go quiet with an "oh." A dark-haired hire connects the dots. As expected of the Viper. He'd assumed the man just hadn't been worn down by office life yet, but the Viper from the Darkness exploration record gives off exactly this vibe. Rather than gouge his own eye, he took someone else's. Only one item counts. The doors slide shut as a coworker mutters he didn't need to go that far. Pressing a hand to the grate, he's sure he saw something here earlier. Fingers drag across the bars. What even is a lost item? Then his hand closes on a bar-coded bottle. Not his. A hand cradles a small labeled vial. Something someone else lost. Turns out it's a treasure hunt. Find the match, take it. Some traded body parts out. Clever way out, he figures, but that guy crossed a line. Dead calm, the man holds up the jar, a pink lump floating inside. It's an eye. A real one, drifting in the fluid. Their stares lock. The air goes tight. An eye, the man echoes as an announcement asks the riders to wait. Station staff will assist you, the screen promises. A lone figure walks the platform, the air glitching red around them. Then a wide, terrified eye, and a parting thanks for the cooperation. Red noise tears the screen apart. The lost item, it reports, is safely with the staff. Coworkers murmur over the news. Nobody, it seems, pities Baek Sa-hyun. Beside him, an orange-haired recruit frets the cornea looks wrecked, then asks, was he a doctor? Just studied it in college, he says. Transferred out, never sat the exam. A total amateur. Next stop, the speaker's drone, is Hatred Station. The name lands and two looming coworkers turn to him. Are they watching to see if he calls this stop? Every decision dumped on him now. The recruit ventures that he must feel a little burdened. She apologizes for everyone leaning on him. Honestly, he's grateful. The scared one steering them. His green-haired partner admits he tried working it out himself. If a person's final destination is what matters, wouldn't it just be death? Since the end of any life is death. So he wondered about getting off on that word. Felt like telling people to die. Not bad logic, the protagonist allows. The other guy just blinks. Is that so? Start from the beginning, he goes on. He stands there, calm, turning it over. A faint smile, then the real question. What is a destination exactly? By the dictionary, it's something you mean to reach, or the way you're heading. And this train runs on intuition. Sit in your seat, find the item, follow the rules, stay safe. Even the ones who got off wrong paid in a very on-the-nose way. So, a destination. Probably a point your current self hasn't reached yet. At Blue Station, people without blue walked away. At the killer's stop, most did too. Because not one of them was actually a serial killer. Read it that way and their stop gets simple, since this round the theme is emotions. Peace Station. A whole other crew of recruits rattled and bracing. Back with him, he calls it. This is the one. His partner startles. That sharp little grin again. They're getting off here. What feeling does a person simply never have? Joy, anger, sorrow, everyone feels something. Finding one nobody has is the hard part. But suppose there's an exception. Enter the protagonist, flat-eyed in his work suit. A subway chime. Next stop, Taepyeong Station, doors right. The name means peaceful, a mind without worry. A bloodied train glares red. So much for peaceful. One pale, shaken coworker grabs for a steadying hand. Soleum hauls him up and the man stammers a grateful thanks. Once he led, the whole group fell in behind. No turning back. The plan, get everyone off this platform alive, together. Then reality lands. 6 dazed survivors, one tired protagonist. They start doubting the call. A bloodbath, and this is right? Privately, he's just as lost. Wishing someone would convince him too. Right then, a brown-haired coworker speaks. Getting off was right. He alone stayed certain, she points out, calm while they panicked. Others scrambled to save themselves. Not Kim Soleum. If she must follow someone, she'd rather follow a good one. A suited figure crosses the blood-streaked station, light flaring underfoot. Someone yells about those still safe aboard. This was right. Then a hesitant voice tries his name, Kim Soleum. His green-haired partner grins, saying he trusts him too. Don't hesitate for me, the partner urges. A reluctant, okay. Low and flat, Soleum answers, all right. His call. Leave together and they're safe. Just focus on the feeling of going up, he tells them. A blood-spattered sign points the way out. Then light bursts, a chipper voice congratulating the new hires. His head snaps up, badge on his chest, somewhere new. Red-tinged eyes go sharp and wary. He scans the suits and counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, more faces, the ones who listened. 5. The tally lands cold. A bright-haired coworker finishes it. 6, 7. 7 of them made it. They survived. He sits dead center as they laugh and weep. 8 survivors. 22 graduates this round, the host crows. A record. A banner congratulates them on finishing probation. Arms thrown wide, the host calls them an elite batch. He wonders aloud how human resources will rate them. No one reacts, so he offers to name the very best. Then the name drops. Congratulations, Mr. Kim Soleum. He stood the instant it started, the host notes, praising the read. A gift from the company, he adds, and everyone gets one. Soleum reaches out and takes the dark little bag. Told to look inside, he opens it and stiffens. A low what slips out, but the host rolls on to Baek-sa Hyun. Next, a wary, long-haired woman gets called forward. Crouching low, the grinning man holds her gift out. These people were trapped in the ghost story far longer, he realizes. Baek-sa Hyun will check into a hospital once this ends. Did everyone get their gift? The host beams. With this, you all are now hired onto Daydream's field exploration team. Arms spread, he toasts the few left in the empty chairs. A cheery thank you scrolls up over Soleum and the rest. Then a panicked wait. Not every graduate, the host muses, puts in equal effort. A long-haired recruit mutters, someone always gets carried. Then he leans in. Fairness first, every freeloader gets caught. Colorful tendrils creep over the seated hires, marking them. One glowing vine slides toward a recruit's throat. Across the dark hall of empty chairs, only 13 remain. Welcome, the host beams, as an orange-haired survivor covers her mouth. They've all earned full-time positions, he announces. Top grades over chairs draped in the jackets of the dead. Then the protagonist raises a hand. He'd like to resign. Quit such a good job? Sweating, the host says, hear the perks first. Deadpan, Soleum asks if he can quit safely, no penalty. Correct. Grinning into the mic, the host bets he'll change his mind. Cold-eyed, the salaryman clocks it. Stick's done. Now the carrot. Let me introduce our flagship benefit, the host says. And there it is. The carrot has arrived. A bottle full of stars. A wish ticket. A glitchy ad flickers conjures up, a medicine that grants any wish. The grinning host sets down a bottle and offers a demo. He pops the cork and galaxy light pours out. The recruits murmur it has to be fake. Nobody even knows what he's really after. Light blooms in a wash of sparkles. Arms wide, he beams. Behold the wish ticket. A ticket, he claims, can even rewind time. Their field team always scores outstanding reviews, he adds, so they earn tickets twice as fast as anyone. The 10 fastest recipients all came from this team. An open hand reaches out, building to the pitch, which puts them first in line for one. Just clever wording. Far more die than ever collect. Still, the protagonist clocks it. No scam here. Everyone watched it happen. People really do get them. It sinks in, and the recruits go pale. Someone raises a slow, wavering hand. A woman asks it flat, "Can a ticket raise the dead?" Beside her, a long-haired recruit looks ready to bolt. Up front, the host chirps that he keeps a standard answer. Mic raised, he croons it. "That's impossible." Then his fist pumps. Probably what you expected. What he's really offering is a wish ticket. One flat, gold-eyed stare lets it land. It grants any wish the holder wants. The doors swing open. Anyone can leave. The rest sign on for more. First, put on the mask in your bag. Soleum reaches into a glowing bag and finds it. A mask. Head bowed, he never thought he'd hold one. Out slips a card. For help, call this number. A business card, just like the host hinted. Later, the mask itself is a sleek black fox face. Field team employees wear these, themed by hiring year. Ant and mantis mean one batch. It's the badge of the field investigation team. The host waves goodbye while Soleum quietly wants to run. A world where anomalies hide in plain sight and a coward barely survives. Then a vial turns in the dark. Quitting just makes you cannon fodder, so the only move left is finding a way out. Hand over half his face, he forces a grim little smile. Beside him, a brown-haired coworker holds a folder, dead unimpressed. He turns the mask in his hand. After all that, nobody quit. A new hire puts it on, and its shape shifts. It goes custom, molding to each wearer's own form. On him, it sprouts antlers, red eyes through the slits. Deer antlers, he wonders. Does everyone get these? Grinning, she lifts her own horned mask. A mountain goat. A glitching screen confirms it. Probation passed, now official. 3 masked survivors, confirmed employees of the Suicide Squad. A notebook flares up. Real goods box, new merchandise unlocked. Behind the mask, his eye snags on it. New merchandise, the page insists, an alert pulsing beside it. Too flashy out here, the salaryman figures. Later, maybe at home, that word lands. Then the host gestures at a welfare board. Wait, floating in the void, he wonders if he even has a home. A coworker beams a bright, "Good morning, Mr. Soleum." He mutters a flat morning and thumbs the elevator button. Suitcase rolling, she asks if he took the housing support too. A flat yes. His map app spits back invalid address. The latest record on him is from his college years. Even his family's contact information is gone, scrubbed from every record. He just stares. So the only option left is company housing, and that's how he ended up moving in. The host hyped it. Amazing company, apartment by the station. 7 of 13 colleagues took the deal. The majority. Creepy, sure, but free housing by a station is hard to refuse. The elevator dings up to 12. The place is decent. Keep us close enough to work to death, he figures. But there's one problem. He settles in at the counter, scrolling his phone. It's the roommate they stuck him with. His housing partner turns out to be Baek Sa-hyun. 2 chibis argue whether a wish ticket can raise the dead. The Viper studies him low. The company already took your eyes. No point getting involved just because they share a room. Soleum turns for his room. Then a flat "hey" stops him. He pauses. Glancing back, he echoes it. "Hey?" The roommate fixes him with a heavy stare. Sweating, the Viper accuses him. "Gouging out a man's eyes, that fun?" A long silence. Then the protagonist looms over him, and Sa-hyun looks up, lost. Something dark dawns on the roommate. Oh. Soleum just smiles. Yeah, it was. The Viper reels as the answer lands cold. So this is dopamine? Thanks to him, a great time. Hopes they work together again. That way he gets to watch something like that once more. Been a while since anything was that entertaining. Leaning in, he grins for more good news. Anything to make company life a little more bearable. Then he turns on his heel. Enough. Any more and he'd look like a full psychopath. Years of handling clients taught him to read unreasonable people. The God complex type, he calls it. Rewrites reality, no shame, bullies the weak, bows to the strong. With people like that, the move is to bluff hard. Wanting to work together was obviously a lie. He just has to lie well enough to survive the night. The roommate slips in, eyeing the new place. Free company housing, spotless and brand new. On the desk, welcome gifts, premium snacks, even office supplies. One pamphlet pitches the company mascot, all carrots and cheer. Reading the perks, he figures it's a play to cut turnover. There's even a planner, but the dates inside are from last year. He smiles to himself, unbothered. Nice of the senior, sure, but he's already beyond saving. Dressed in black, the roommate mutters, well then. Alone at last, he eyes his grip talk. Check it? A flick of the finger opens the memory tool. Pages riffle and he freezes. A new smiley face sticker. Well now. The entry calls it a salesman's best friend. Instant goodwill. Translation, it literally rigs how much people like you. Better known as a bribery item, which is why it got scrapped for being too strong. Old logs show staff abused it, so it was deleted entirely. Going full-time must have unlocked the last one. The notepad updates on every rank change, useful for survival somehow. Slumped over, he figures they never should have dragged him in that night. Work starts next week, he reminds himself, fixing the bed. Way too much packed into one single day. Daydream. Restless, half-asleep groans. Come morning, a glass tower against the sky. A reddish-haired coworker asks if Kim Soleum is okay. Sleep badly, she presses. A little, he says. Privately, his weekend was pure nightmare. She gets off on the 10th floor. Flatly, he wishes her luck. The field team owns floors 10 through 15, his stop coming up. 13, even the number reads like a bad omen. So this is the team he got dropped into. The door opens on a blonde man fussing over someone seated. Grinning, the man lights up. You're here! Soleum bows, new to Group D. The chief throws his arms wide. That's Park Min-sung with assistant manager Eun Ha-jae. They seem friendly. Then the manager drops the nickname. Graveyard of New Hires. Just kidding, the chief beams. Over the tower, he wonders if he should quit while he can. Day one on the team and introductions go around. First up is assistant manager Eun Ha-jae, welcoming him to Team D. Then the blonde one, senior staff Park Min-sung. He bows and gives his name. They wave off the formality. Last a year, you make senior staff, if you don't die first. Quitting's an option, but any job could drop him into a legend. They note he topped the entrance exam and prod him to brag. He just worked hard. The leader's out in the field, so they wave him to a seat. Then the radio clicks on by itself, mid-traffic forecast. A glitching voice promises Seoul's weather and traffic. Live. Clear skies, it reports. Roads peaceful as the morning. Then it turns vicious, screaming at a driver who ran his signal. But come afternoon, a forecast with nothing to do with reality. He watches it, flat as ever. This radio is an urban legend. A hand reaches past and clicks it off. Min-sung grins that the new hire catches on quick, like a ghost. The file calls it safe. A daily fortune read through traffic. Its classification, he notes, is Twilight rank. Saying nothing, he narrows his eyes. A coworker pegs him as a ghost story nerd. He flatly denies it. That's why they prep something for new hires, the guy says, holding out a tablet. Just watch. The screen flickers to life. A blue warning, produced for employee training. Daydream Inc. Then a flashy title card, the new hire orientation video. Two cartoon mascots beam a welcome to the field exploration team. Glossy smiling staff and a chirpy, what kind of company is this? Easy, the narrator answers. Sparkling vials float by. They make every medicine you could need. Literally magical medicine, it brags. Then the mascots peek up. Supernatural things still haunt the modern world. Urban legends are real, like the fan that kills you in a sealed room, the phantom elevator floor, the red mask, and plenty more. And Daydream manages every last one of them. It harvests dream dew from the legends to brew wish-granting medicine. Wonderful people gather that dream dew, the dragon mascot adds sweetly. Cue fireworks for the amazing field exploration team. Soleum stares, lost. So what genre is this exactly? Back to the video. Comic book blasts and the brave and wise. His mission, spelled out, collect dream dew from inside the nightmares. A glittery promo opens. The dream collector is full again today. He eyes the rebrand flatly. Ghost stories softened into urban legends. Cute packaging aside, this is the company's true face. A secret outfit that brews and sells transcendent potions. Their key ingredient, dream dew, is harvested straight from the ghost stories. With enough, they cook up anything from addiction cures to immortality. And the buyers? Politicians and the upper class, money raining down. At the end of the day, way, it's a business. Then the manual chirps. Grab your collector and enter the darkness. Two mascots cheer that the company's future rests on him. Back at his desk, the protagonist deadpans that, yes, impressive. His coworker reassures him. Response manuals exist, so don't sweat it. Internally, they call them darknesses, he adds, to dodge the ghost nerd label. Right, so he's skimmed the manual now. Grinning, the coworker asks if he's ready for an exploration. He just stares back, dead behind the eyes. On his very first day at work? This afternoon, tablet in hand, the guy calls it a light one. Then something gets pressed into his palm. Take this first. A record page loads on the next item. The Dream Do Collector. Don't lose it, a coworker warns. Each one has a serial number. Then a blue-haired colleague cuts in. Get used to the mask first. He lifts the black fox mask, deer antlers and all. Two coworkers hold up their own antlered masks beside his. Now they're stuck debating, is it a deer or a roe deer? Roe deer are stronger, they decide. Soleum doubts that. Mask on, deadpan, he gets handed a tablet. On screen, a post. 20 million won, or just live normally. The catch? Play tag with a ghost 3 days in a convenience store, alone. Then the ghost's photo loads and he absolutely loses it. A coworker asks what it's about. He chokes out the gist. But something's off and he already dreads where this goes. They're being sent on a darkness exploration. Then it lands. A quiet ah behind the mask. Just take it easy and have fun, a coworker beams. Sent out alone to close a deal, day 1, inside a ghost story. A glitching record loads. Choose me, grade 3. Then he's falling, straight into the new ghost story. A beam of light cuts the dark. Light? He comes to in a suit, somewhere dim. Then it lands. He's inside the darkness again. A red display ticks over. 12:07. The protagonist figures food and shelter won't be the problem. This darkness just farms screams, so his life isn't really at risk. For a coward like him, one move. Grab water, survive 3 days. Then a face lunges out of the dark. His eyes blow wide at the worst possible image. Why is there a face? And he's out cold. It was waiting in the refrigerator. In these stories, a victim usually gets chased by something. The pale thing reaches for him where he dropped. Got you, it whispers. And once the victim is caught, Soleum's eyes snap open, gone cold. He rises to his feet and something gasps. The whole thing resets from the start. Midnight again. The red clock snapped back to 12. Back to the starting point. A suited man snaps. 3 whole days of this, he'd rather die. No promise it even ends in 3. Get caught and it all resets. An endless loop of restarts. A coward like him might crack before then. So the plan is simple. Hide under the counter and think. Then the thing's face floods the dark. 2 huge eyes. Flat on the floor, he clamps a hand over his mouth. Hair and wet skin press in close, almost touching. Too many of these end with the face shoved at you, he notes. One big move and he's spotted. No phone either, the light would give him away. Memory is the only tool left. Think, Kim Soleum. There was definitely an anomaly, a case where time ran differently than it should. One log, chased 12 hours in an abandoned house, but it wrapped after 16. The mismatch clicks into place. Bigger legends just grow more anomalies. A fresh legend follows the rules. Pile up logs and patterns repeat. That's when people start cooking up exceptions. Twists get bolted on just to break the boredom. Another log. Team J survived 12 hours in an abandoned hospital, but the note says it actually ended after 16. So this log carries a special note too, he figures. The woman drifting closer. Masked up, the salaryman strains to remember. Let's see, what was it? They messed something up for sure. Then it clicks. No notice ever fired for the doctor's shift ending. 3 hours in, a man named Lee Jae Jin cuts the counter phone line. 12 hours deep, past 7, and still no sunrise. Line restored, it rings, and the doctor takes the shift change call. One blip, then the doctor vanishes. The legend ends. The stretched time is the clue. Something forced an early end. It dragged on because the trigger failed. So pull it early. A pale plate lights up, calling all staff. The call multiplies across the dark, hands reaching in. Ghostly claws close around him as the summons swarms. Over and over, the same call hammers at him. He answers flat. I know. Then he clocks it. The thing knows he's here, toying with him. Get out, run, never feel helpless again. Slip out the side since it waits at the counter. Jaw set, the protagonist locks onto his opening. A grinning horror looms over his reaching hand. Crouched in the dark, he braces to bolt. The glass shatters. Gotcha. Claws fold over his bowed head. Caught. The screen flickers. Restart. 3 days? A panicked voice cracks that nobody lasts that long. Head down, he resolves to find the trigger and end the legend early. A dim storefront, one exit sign glowing. April 4th, noon on the clock. He'll force 3 days to pass early. So what actually happens at a store 3 days out? Stocking future deliveries is too complicated, he decides. Something simpler. Then it clicks behind the mask. The expiration date. Stores toss food the moment it passes its sell-by date. The plan. Find an item expiring in 3 days, discard it early. A hand snags the perfect target off the shelf. Jackpot. Antlers up, the salaryman carries it to the register. Something hunched works the terminal. Its glow on one scanning arm. The counter sits empty, screen humming alone. Just his mind playing tricks, he tells himself. No ghost yet. Most registers can change the date. He'll set it 3 days ahead. A finger taps it forward to April 7th, just before midnight. Behind the mask, a silent plea. Please work. Change complete, the screen reports. A thin, relieved smile. Yes. Then the system fires an expiration alert. Products are nearing their sell-by date now, exactly as engineered. Right on cue, a long-haired thing rises in the dark. One enormous wet eye inches away. Down the dark aisle, a hunched ghost crawls toward him. Its face splits wide, one eye locked on his. Eyes shut, he grits through it. Don't look, finish the job. He scans the goods as the register asks to log the expired items. One more item drops onto the scanner glass. Registration complete, the machine chimes, and a dripping hand reaches in. Then it confirms. Every expired item is logged. Right then, the gloom lifts and the shelves glow back to normal. A receipt whirs out of the register. It worked. The salaryman sags, drained but alive. People really do need daylight to survive, he figures. Calm restored. He thinks he can finally leave, then stops cold. The screen flashes a price. Money? Buried at the bottom of the wiki, clearing it actually pays out cash. So the ghosts shower him in bills like it's a party. Across town, a voice notes the new hire won't show for 3 days. 2 coworkers stroll the lot, griping that reports are a slog. Then one glances at his phone and freezes. Soleum walks up, store bag in hand. Both of them gape, thrown that he's already back. He says it flat. The dream collector is filled. The legend's minimum clear time is 3 days. His time, vial in hand, 1 hour and 24 minutes. About an hour ago, a flame catches on a dice-stamped lighter. Smoke curls past a blue-haired man in a suit, eyes shut. Right now, he muses, their newest recruit is trapped alone in a ghost story. A 3-day scenario is mild, and the kid has food. Throwing a rookie in solo is their team's signature welcome. Plenty quit over it, and the boss keeps catching hell upstairs. So why keep doing it? Anyone who folds here should leave now, before they throw their life away for nothing. Watching a coworker die from a rooftop is no fun for them either. Cracked masks and funeral flowers, nobody enjoys that. But this new guy, the blonde cuts in, was different. Yeah, definitely not normal, not even close. Antlers out, the protagonist reads his phone, strangely composed. Most recruits panic the second they learn the job. He didn't blink. Nerves of steel, the blue-haired one grins, and the boss took a liking. A coward would be a problem, and a coward never survives probation anyway. But there it is, deep in the ghost story, the coward who made it. Honestly, the rookie isn't bad at all. Still, he never wrote a single note. First job, the blonde shrugs. Recording everything is essential out here, since their lives ride on it. You write it down to review later, unless he already knew it all. Turns out he knew the trick the whole time. Back at the office, a coworker bets the kids out 3 days. Easy paperwork till then. Then his hand brushes the tablet. The screen is suddenly buzzing in his palm. He bolts across the room to check it. The other one stares at the readout. Cleared already. A 3-day ghost story, wrapped by a rookie in 1 hour. Hand on his chest, he swears his heart nearly stopped. The trap was a 3-day convenience store. 3 days haven't passed, so they ask how he got out. Soleum shrugs. He skipped ahead, like ordering off a lunch menu. A time limit means some event marks the last day. Trigger it early and it ends. He cleared the store stock by expiration date and beat the 3 days. A field exploration prodigy, the captions crow, like ghost stories or nothing. Across the table, the two scheme to keep him from ever quitting. Don't forget us when you make it big, they fawn, pumping his hand. Then he cuts in. No, it wasn't like that at all. Flat and shadowed, the rookie admits he was just scared, so he ran. One of them deflates and asks for a warning next time. An hour, they press. Yeah, he thought he was dead. The blue-haired one grins and asks how much he pulled in. Money fills the bag. Oh, 10 million won. on. A hand clamps his shoulder. Keep all of it. Company takes half, the senior says, but he earned it, so keep the lot. Just take it, no polite refusals. His conscience flags it. Worth 20 million won. Now that work's done, the blue-haired senior grins. The important part begins. Then the blonde claps, beaming about it. He just blinks, lost on what that means. Farming points for the employee welfare mall. A company portal greets him and asks his darkness rank, A through F. Just an ordinary office desk, mascot plushie and all. Clearing an F rank solo, he reads, nets 100 points. Let's see what 100 even buys, he figures, dragging the mouse. First listing, a robot vacuum. Appliances, gadgets, the works, better stock than expected. Then he spots the wish ticket. 500,000 points. The number floors him. No chance he affords that. An F rank a day would take 15 years. Eyeing higher ranks, he checks the guide. B rank pays 10,000. Split 3 ways though, that's still 150 B ranks. And a civilian survival rate in a B rank is 2%. Run it 150 times, the protagonist figures, and he's dead. Did you register your points? The blonde senior asks. Yeah, he mutters. But what's all this stuff on the desk? The salaryman wonders. Ah, this? The senior just grins. A cheery answer. It's the team leader's desk. Wait, it belongs to someone? His coworker says the leader works off-site, so just don't break the monitor. For a company brewing potions from ghost stories, common sense is a waste. One thing's clear. He'll need a way to survive, which means a few shortcuts. Then he spots it. A sticky note with the leader's name and password, in plain sight. He'll log into the welfare mall with that badge. Login denied. Passwords don't match. He expected at least this much. Sign up wanted a capital letter, so he just capitalizes the first one. Welcome, manager Lee Jae-hyun. He's in. A clenched fist. A quiet little win. Daydream hides a manager's only ad. A storefront called the Alien Shop. Aliens from the record sell to humans. Dangerous goods, surprisingly useful. They target Daydream staff, planting illegal links across the network. Getting in is simple. Just click around the mall at random. Then hit the back button 5 times straight. Up pops the spam. Anniversary sale. Want to get stronger? Want cool items. Above his monitors, a giant pixel hand reaches out of the screen. A notice. Clear a low-rank ghost story by the manual, take half the profits. So the company keeps the rest and pockets a rookie's first job entirely. In the bonus, a coworker shows off a red-eyed mascot, just like its owner. A frog? This tacky retro ad is promo ransomware. Only managers can see it. Click the sketchy banner and it loads the site. But office computers leave a trace, so he'd log in from home instead. Slouched at his desk, Soleum pulls the link up on his phone. The address loads, glitching badly. If he types the link he saved earlier, the screen tears into rainbow static. Garbled text floods everything. Then it resolves. Space Mall, cool items from outer space. Deadpan, he notes it's tacky and not even mobile friendly. He taps item list anyway. Guard up despite the design, but a cartoon saucer cheerily insists, show me the items. The list loads. Blood-sucking tableware, a walkie-talkie, a creepy picnic set. Every item is genuinely bizarre. His eyes light up. Soleum recognizes more than half. He knows the tableware, the walkie-talkie, the picnic set. The rest are new. This help button runs 66 million won. Over budget, so he passes. 20 million won earned and one question. What's most profitable here? Settled, he taps confirm. This is the one. His money drains into an alien's pile. Purchase going through. A cheery screen lights up. Purchase successful. Then a chime and the item's on a rocket apparently. He just blinks at it. Huh. A countdown ticks down. 3, 2, 1 and the little rocket drops in. Delivery lands with a ding. 2 boxes tumble from a galaxy portal into his arms. Setting one down, he mutters a flat wow. Turns out the rocket delivery was meant literally. This crazy world, he figures, can be amazing instead of just terrifying. Inside sit 2 finds. Alice's picnic set and a silver coin snake. The picnic set tweaks an item's effect. The drink doubles it, the cookie halves it, then the coin marked down from 20 million won to 5. That original price, he admits, made him grab it on impulse. It's an investment, he insists. Ghost story currencies, he explains, convert to cash through certain factions. Buy on sale, cash out later, it'll pay off someday. For real. Then the real reason. He can't use any of them. That blood-sucking fork fights ghosts head-on, and one grins, daring him to try. He pictures the ending, his own funeral portrait, fork in hand. A voice wonders aloud, can you even suck blood from a ghost? Same with the wider walkie-talkie, awkward to make the boss lug around. Trouble is, he bought it logged in on a boss's badge. A screen pings, items acquired, memorial grip talk, smile sticker, Alice's picnic set, silver silver coin snake. He says nothing. Buying fictional items for real, he admits, feels pretty good. For once, the salaryman actually enjoyed the shopping. Downside, the fictional ghosts come bundled in free. Then a rainbow pop-up begs for 5 stars, a green hand reaching out. The company runs a few ghost stories regularly, and they're entering one today. A coworker chirps it's a rank D darkness, orientation level, nothing to worry about. Orientation, the thing that scarred him for life. He just says yes. They hand him a manual, a ghost story run as a quiz game. Get an answer wrong and the penalty is brutal. Memorize the answers and he'll be fine, the coworker adds. Want a paper copy? Already done, he says flatly. The whole thing memorized. No notes needed, digits spilling across the wall behind him. The coworker gushes about a memorization king rookie genius. Come to think of it, he's never met the Group D leader. Showing up this afternoon, surely. Or so he thought. A blue-haired senior rubs his temple. That's going to be difficult. Just the 3 of them diving in with the newbie, he grumbles. It's the end of the month and quotas don't fill themselves. Newbie, the senior asks, did you memorize the whole answer sheet? The brown-haired ally throws a thumbs up, swearing the kid aced it. I'm screwed, he thinks. So the 3 of them are going in alone today. Behind a remorse emblem, he figures this punishes that 20 million won. The new ghost story, a Tuesday quiz, Dusk, D rank. He knew unread ghost stories existed, he just didn't expect one this fast. Entry is simple, write your name in the sender slot. One by one, the team signs in under code names. Long ago, someone found this card in a magazine and signed it for fun. A voice asks, what exactly is a show? Then a golden prize cracks open in blinding light. Is it a proper stage and a sharp-dressed host? A slick band sound? Eager applicants? 2 masked contestants take their podiums. No, the host insists, that's not all. The real show, it claims, is the connection with you. A cymbal crashes, so cheer from now on. Then the host turns. A suited figure with a winking television for a head. A gloved hand sweeps out. Behold, today's contestants. Welcome to the Tuesday quiz show, the host purrs. Sure, they're nervous on debut night. Its screen head flips through faces, landing on a wide grin. Smile through it all. Soleum clocks the truth. A television sits where the man's head should be. Spotlights flare. The host begs one last cheer, then dangles a because. Confetti drifts across the studio floor. Arms wide, he declares their cheers are the whole reason this show exists. A glitchy burst of light and the crowd roars. Behind the antlered mask, he notes this is nowhere near as terrifying as Build. Next to what he's already survived, this is nothing. Picturing a guy in a television mask helps, he figures. The set's decent too. Vintage talk show, live audience and all. Beside him, the brown-haired coworker glances down and mutters a low, huh, then it lands cold. Vintage American talk show, a quiz where the contestant already knows every answer. The pieces click, his eyes sharpen. He knows this ghost story. Gloved finger raised, the host leans in. Everyone ready? Let's begin. A countdown hits 3. The record confirms a logged darkness, cataloged and dated. 2. His masked teammates wait close, the blue-haired senior smirking. The stakes drop. The grade readjustment disaster that left countless dead. A glitching screen rates it. A-grade darkness. Soleum's eyes snap wide at that. Then the record posts the official survivor count, 0. A blood-spattered reel of the aftermath scrolls past. Decades back, it began as a harmless D-rank 70s talk show. The television-headed host greets viewers and opens the Tuesday quiz show. Entry only works on this one day a week. 2 masked newcomers wait behind their codename plaques. They walked in holding the full answer sheet. Across 100-odd runs, 99 cleared clean. But run number 100 is where everything breaks. A spotlight drops and the host calls up his contestants. First codename out, Badger. The next mask answers to Peregrine Falcon. Last comes Mr. Roe Deer, antlers and all, Soleum. Now the host wonders aloud if they'll keep the streak alive. He invites the studio to watch along. The 110th Tuesday quiz show kicks off. Confetti rains as he takes the stage, dead calm. The host drops a numbering trick. 110 means the 99th run. That lands hard on the blue-haired senior. 2 masked contestants hold their ground on stage. Disaster hitting exactly on the 100th seems unlikely, and the seniors look relaxed. Still, he keeps his guard up. This is a ghost story. The rules card is blunt. Disrespect the show, you're removed. Mess with the broadcast, you burn. And the whole thing airs live, which makes any off-script stunt suicide. 3 contestants take their podiums as a ghostly hand creeps toward them. Singled out for looking nervous, the protagonist blames first-time jitters. Static crackles and a vast crowd lights up below. Then the host promises to start easy. First question, which one isn't in the body? Water, iron, oil, or soil? Number 4, soil. Correct. Badger nails it too. Impressive, the host coos. Even Peregrine Falcon gets it clean. A mock wounded ouch, like the easy round actually stung. Now the host needles him for stalling, claiming he's torn. He locks in number 3, strangulation. So what fate awaits Mr. Roe Deer, who chose strangulation? Correct, the host chirps. He plays along. Obviously option 3. Card after card flips green. Follow the manual and survive. Incredible. A clean streak, every question nailed, down to the last one. The host wonders if he can clear it too. Mr. Roe Deer, ready? Flat as ever, he answers yes. Here we go. Final question. How much blood loss kills a human? At the lit podium, he starts to answer. Number 1, he says. Then 2, 3 and 4 as well, he adds, and the screen face freezes. All of them are correct, he says coolly. Lose 40% and you're dying. Past that kills you too. The screen darkens, eyes blinking open. Bold, the host allows. Want to change your answer? No. Oh, the host tilts. He'll stick with it. The intended answer was number 1, and that face cracks. But isn't Mr. Roe Deer's answer far more memorable? On the glitching set, the protagonist holds dead still. A perfect answer, the host calls it. Score, 100. Half conscious, he registers one thing. He's alive. And with that, the 110th Tuesday quiz wraps up. One winner left to crown, and 2 coworkers barely stifle a yawn. Confetti drops as the host names the top player, Roe Deer. The code name glows on the board, 99th winner, podium and all. Applause rolls in. He mutters a flat thanks and wonders why him. Either way, he figures it's over. Once the camera's cut, they walk out. Simple. The host signs off, teasing tomorrow's guest like nothing happened. Then the whole set tears apart at the seams. The winner's podium sits empty under the spotlight. Light floods everything white. When it clears, 3 contestants stand at their podiums, scoreboard lit. He's nearest the front, the set already dissolving around them. Behind him, his masked teammates watch the show come apart. 2 of them lean in, deadpan, taking the exit in stride. The last one, calm as ever, lets the light wash over him. The team's earlier hires loom in the dark. Soleum can't fathom why they share this ghost story. Beside him, the goat-horned coworker just stammers a panicked, "What is this?" The quiz show manual is blunt. Interfere with the broadcast, get incinerated. And the whole set is already burning. Then the screen-faced host bursts in with a surprise. Through the smoke, the protagonist sizes up the wreckage. The cameras are still rolling. Another rule glows red. Disrespect the show, get ejected. A fist clenches. This is going sideways fast. Grinning, it teases who will be next week's star. Confetti rains over the podium as the broadcast plays on. Sadly, the host says, that's all for today. Credits roll, billing Soleum's mask as the show's star. With a wink, the screen flashes, see you next show. Mic in hand, it sighs. Nearly ruined the live broadcast. Tools down, the brown-haired ally figures it all worked out. Offered a regular spot, he flatly declines. Already employed. Not to worry, it adds. The other 3 get their turn soon. The coworkers go tense at that. Then the screen face droops into a sad frown. This, the host admits, is rather hard news to deliver. A sign drops the verdict. The show's been canceled. Canceled, not over. The quiz segment's been replaced. That doesn't mean it's done, it chirps. Good news incoming. Everyone's invited into the new segment too, it beams. This sits very wrong with the protagonist. Exploration record 100. A Daydream clearance report. Same studio, new program name. One player nailed 99 straight, so penalties stopped mattering. Too dull, axed. The new segment it promises is pre-recorded. Much easier than before. It vows to make it wonderful, then someone cuts in. Wait, they've already done their part, a coworker says, so they're heading back. But the filming isn't over, and they're leaving? The precautions were on the postcard, it purrs. Leaving halfway is a problem. Its screen twists hostile. Is it really impossible to stay? Someone fires back a flat no. They never expected back-to-back filming, the senior pushes back. Soleum steps in. Anyone could slip on a broadcast, and he has to stop that. They need time to prepare, he adds, so they're leaving for now. Desperate for an out, he stalls. They'll return next Tuesday. Too late, the host crows. Preparations are complete. An approval sign already lit. Now then, it beams. Take your seats. Time to begin. He just glares at the back of its head. This guy. A countdown, a flash, and action. The television-headed host greets viewers, hyping the joy of Tuesday. No need to mourn the old quiz, it says. There's an evolved one. Behind it, a red-eyed thing growls. Nothing moves the heart like a voice, it croons. A choir. Such a beautiful sound. The masked recruits stiffen anyway. Leaning in, it announces the new segment's name. It's the Tuesday Choir. Its true shape flares, red-eyed clear-eyed and radiant with menace. Then comes the guest, the conductor of the Purgatory Choir, the foul, magnificent butcher of melodies, and his equipment is now... Spotlight finds a deflated pig in a bow tie. One moment. The host startles and fumbles its cards. A glowing ring rises, the maestro's equipment finally arriving. Rows of tray stands lower from above. Screaming faces ring the band. Who joins the choir, it wonders? First attempt goes to the new faces. Here's your question, and the brown-haired recruit flinches. Which creature lives longest? Pig, human, rabbit, or flea? The host looms over him, screen waiting for an answer. A right answer was safe before, he reasons. Number 2, human. He breaks into a relieved grin. Congratulations on passing. A coworker lies sprawled, blood spattered above him. This is the choir master of sacrifices. 1 conductor, 13 summoned silver platters. Faces scream out of the engraved silver. At last, the conductor purrs. The first choir member, it announces, has taken its place. A grinning, top-hatted thing shrieks that a human is here. Guest heads go on the platters, fused into screaming a cappella, 7 at most. One head alone brings headaches, anxiety, sudden mood swings. A severed woman on a platter wails, mouth wide. Another head sobs out a name, Sion. Through tears, it warns the rest. Number 2, a human. The conductor lifts a hand. Now then, next up, Spotlight. A pale host leans in. Are you ready? A guest panics, pleading he doesn't know the answer. Confetti and crying faces. Oh dear, it sings. Eliminated. What a shame, it taunts. You didn't make the choir. An old record. 5 minutes in, a whole team vanished. The rule is rigged. Wrong means instant death. Right severs your head into an A-rank haunting. Then it surfaces, something the protagonist had been ignoring. His own superiors never appeared in the record either. Shall we meet the next guest? The screen smiles. A familiar face. A spotlight finds the salaryman. Your turn, Mr. Badger. Answer wrong and they all die one by one. Beheaded or burned alive each in turn. A red noose. No coward survives this. The rope's shadow settles over his neck. Soon, he figures, his turn comes too. Then he jerks up, gripping his head. No! One name claws back through the panic. Kim Soleum. This isn't fear, the man realizes. It's awe, like watching a disaster up close. Remember that name. The likeliest survivor here is obvious. Right then, the host cuts in. Ready, Mr. Badger? He cracks, screaming that he's only human. Unbothered, the smiley screen host just asks again. Behind the mask, a forced smile. Good enough, the host says. Before answering, he asks to speak. Of course, comes the reply. Quietly, he mentions family in the hospital. Look after them, he asks. How touching, the host gushes, boiling up from the vat. So what's the correct answer, it demands. Hand raised, he addresses the host, calm now, but it whips around. Mr. Roe Deer, something to add? A coworker frets that whatever Roe Deer is doing gets him killed. The salaryman just speaks up, claiming he feels dizzy. Could he take a short break, he asks, all innocence. The host's screen drips into a melting smile. Oh dear, a problem, it muses, and snaps. Cut, the host calls. 30-minute break. He interrupted the show and somehow wasn't incinerated. It worked. Live, that stunt would have killed him instantly, but the camera's lights confirm it. This is recorded. The screen still drips its little grin. His grip talk reads it out. 3 smile stickers, doubled by Alice's drink. A gamble whether it works on the host. It landed. The host laughs an apology, waving Roe Deer to the waiting room. Then it even promises to fetch the kid some water. Behind the mask, a small, satisfied smirk. Recording resumes in 30 minutes. He bought time. Now to find a countermeasure before the clock runs out. Then it lands flat. He's going in alone, confirmed. One quiet door, the waiting room beyond. Slumped against the wall, the protagonist finally exhales. Even buying time gets him 30 minutes. Not enough. Whatever he does happens inside that window. First, the item the assistant manager slipped him. He squints at it. A button, made to be pressed. Pressing it between his fingers gets a click. Then a sound hums out. A dial tone. The line connects with a sharp click. A voice answers. Yes. It's a pale-haired man named Lee Ja-hyun. Then it clicks. The button is a communicator. Who is this? The voice asks. Eun-ha Jae's call button, he says. Leader of Group D, the voice asks. He plays along. Yes. No time, so he names himself. A new Group D hire with an urgent report. Flat and cold. In 30 minutes, all of Group D dies. He'll lay it all out, whether it works or not. A long pause, then a calm. I see. The voice doesn't flinch. Give me a 5-minute briefing. When the break ends, he explains every one of them dies. Stall 30 more minutes, he begs, then admits it sounds impossible. The reply lands flat. Then there's nothing we can do. A snap of fingers and someone asks why he's so calm. By 30 more minutes and the odds shift? Yes. With 55 left, they could requisition weapons on clearance. Even rushed, the paperwork eats 40 minutes, plus 20 to get inside. Only finishing all of it gives Group D any chance. With the gear, he could solo suppress an A-rank anomaly? A record page flares up. He's a named character. To pull that off, the role has to be major. Silent now, he weighs it. If it's one he knows. What mask is theirs? He asks the team leader. A whole set of possibilities cracks open. Inside the trap, the boar-headed host crows. A voice greets Mr. Rodeer. Ready for the best broadcast? A flat yes. Thanks for your consideration. He lays it on thick. Mr. Rodeer's been working so hard. The host stays warm. The smile sticker is clearly still running. In his palm, the button glows. The plan's set, and he hopes for nothing more. 2 masked coworkers stand with him, in on it. All that matters is the 3 of them getting out. One of them addresses the host, the television face leaning close. He has something to tell it. The television-headed host leans in. Ro has something to say? First, he needs the host on his side. He hates it, but no choice. So he gushes. The host's devotion to the show is remarkable. The set, he praises, is trendy yet extravagant, one clear concept. And the hosting flows live with the crowd, smooth as a river. Privately, his flattery runs bottomless, death plain on his face. The host melts, calls him part of the broadcast. Thanks, but that wasn't the point. He genuinely loved this show, and it's a shame how much it changed. A smiley face glows on the screen head. This is the angle to push. Then the critique. Live band gone, penalties dropped, applause pre-recorded. It's not the talk show he remembers. The waiting room is the host space. Posters from the show plaster every wall, each one from a live broadcast. The host working the crowd direct. The whole thing feels reworked to cut costs. So the real reason behind it, could it be that one guest? Very likely, he reckons. The host hates the new format, a glitch. Oh, not a participant's concern, the host bristles. He backs off, apologizing. Honestly, he says, a huge fan, gutted when it was canceled. The host appreciates it. Then the host turns grim. Entertainment is ruthless. If viewers want this, adapting fast to that is just part of being an entertainer. The protagonist looks up and lays it on thick. He praises the old Tuesday quiz. Live, real, alive. As a viewer, he liked the original far better. Then an apology. Got swept up, let it get personal. The screen head flickers into static. It snaps back. 60 seconds until filming resumes. A pale hand rises, calling everyone back to positions. 10. He's done enough setup. 9. 8. And the salary man just stares ahead, cold. 1. A red 100 lights up. The show resumes. Then the host starts in. By the way, a button held out, a question. What animal is your mask, team leader? He answers flat. A lizard. Now the host turns. Time for Mr. Badger's answer. The badger-masked coworker just folds his arms, stalling. Behind the mask, gold eyes narrow into a smirk. He calls across to the assistant manager. His read. The guy's about to play dumb and dodge. Better that than ending up ahead that repeats forever. So he snaps it low. Get it right. Too soon to give up, Soleum tells himself, eye glinting. Up on the red-lit stage, the host gives him 3 seconds. Head down, the badger-masked man stalls, thinking. Then he calls it. Number 4, the burn. Correct. Now off to the glorious choir, the host crows. The grinning quizmaster throws his arms wide in delight. Stage lights flicker along the moving platform. Rewind. Someone asks if the leader's gear can reach inside a ghost story. The catch is, the passage only sends small objects through. That's enough, Soleum decides. Instead of going himself, tear the postcard apart with everything you've got, then throw it as hard as you can. The torn scraps rip through a green portal of light. Back on the set, something drops at his feet. What came through is 1 AAA battery. Just as I thought, he notes behind the mask. Had a feeling a battery might do it. A lizard then. Even inside a ghost story, physical exorcism still works. A role. Employee D, codename Lizard, a combat specialist who brute forces these traps. Hitting the conductor head-on might fail, so they wrecked his instrument instead. Stop the conductor, and even the host can't go on. If he can break the show's flow for even 1 second, the host beams. Turn the winner into a choir member conductor. Called the conductor, a masked man freezes as the show waits. Up steps the prize itself, a badger-headed thing in a suit. Then something gives. From the conductor's torn snout, red pours out of the ruined muzzle in a scream. Arm raised, the thing roars, glitching apart. What does it think it's doing, tearing it all apart? It's crawling up, a terrible thing, a sin, it babbles. Wrong judgment, wrong song, now it's hell, it repeats. Blood streaks the host's screen head as he stands beneath, untouched. A hand lifts toward him, fingers cocked to snap. You have no respect for the show, the screen flares. Flames swallow the figure whole. Entertainment shouldn't lean on flashy guests, the host muses. The Tuesday quiz burns as he praises the joy of connecting. A masked face declares the thrill of not knowing what comes next. Calm in profile, he names the anticipation of the next moment. Producers like him understand none of that, the host snaps. The quiz host struts out, a winking television for a head. Then it cuts in, dead sure it can pull this off. Arms thrown wide, the thing makes a grand promise. Something here is off. The host should only be a D rank, yet it just torched a whole A rank ghost story. None of this was the plan. A white glove reaches down for him. It calls him by his contestant name, Ro. Thanks to you, it purrs, I've found a new vision. A real gift as a creator, worth seeing again. Next broadcast, it swears, he gets a personal invite. But, back at the desk, his read paid off. His coworkers just stare, lost for words. He made it out alive. The blonde senior tackles him in a hug, calling him an absolute madman. Cradling the full collector, it sinks in. He really got out. Then the blue-haired senior points, stunned at the collector. Golden dew overflows the vial. It reads A rank. Park Min-sung just gapes at him. 2 days on the job and he cleared an A-rank darkness. The day after he survived 2 brutal days, the other recruits push on with theirs. A company screen greets employee Go Young-eun. 66 points to her name. Rookie on field team R. Day 3, unlicensed medic. 2 F-rank darknesses cleared. 3 days in, she figures that's a solid haul. The team R seniors aren't friendly, but the hazing stays light. A wish ticket runs 500,000 points. A lifetime of grinding. Still, she's doing it. Quietly, she wonders if the other recruits feel the same. The rookie group chat sits open. Baek Sa-hyun right at the top. Maybe add Soleum too, she thinks, when a notification chimes. Then more pile in, fast. The chat erupts. Anyone know Kim Soleum, the horned mask guy who cleared an A rank? Elsewhere, Baek Sa-hyun downs a recovery medicine while the chat begs to promote him. Other departments killed the promotion as unprecedented. Thank goodness, comes the relief. After the Tuesday quiz, his group hit the infirmary bleeding from every opening. Honestly, one of them admits, he thought he was going to die. Being alive really is great, the blonde senior beams, thanking the deer-masked one. His treat as thanks, eat all you want. The protagonist waves it off. Honestly, Soleum deadpans, the darkness record did all the work. They blame the D-rank label for the slip. Eun Ha-jae calls that pathetic. Across the room, someone vows to prove himself, wishing there were no next time. Meanwhile, the assistant manager leans in. This whole thing was unprecedented. Sipping his drink, he wishes the leader pushed harder, but that's not the man. Get promoted and do it yourself, a coworker shoots back, then swears he'd quit first. Ha-jae just hums into his cup. Word drops that the leader's meeting wrapped. He's heading over. The name lands. Manager Lee Jae-hyun, one of the most famous figures in the whole record. Employee D, the legend they call the Lizard. Footsteps echo down the bright hall. A trembling coworker bows him in. Team leader, you're here! And the true face of the Lizard is... a towering reptile head with red slit eyes leans in. Hello. His mind goes white. Beaming, the seniors present him. The rookie was waiting too. No, a person can't be a lizard. He blames the screen-headed host. Just a mask, surely. Then it hits him. The mask hangs at the man's waist. Everyone stays calm while he screams inside. That head's not even the same species. A suited coworker greets him as Mr. Roe Deer, and only Soleum sees the lizard. The reptile face gapes wide. Can you see me? He says nothing, the red light crawling over him. Then he improvises cold. His eyes are fine, vision perfectly normal. The thing buys it. Good, that sounded natural. Reading the room, he realizes everyone else sees an ordinary human head. No clue why it looks reptilian only to him. Whatever it is, don't let it show. Then the creature gets to the point. The conclusions on this incident. The trigger, it explains, was another team barging into the same darkness. So how did 2 teams land in one ghost story? Apparently an admin assigned the Tuesday quiz twice. Oh, come on. Both teams started their postcards, then stepped out, leaving a 50-minute gap. No second group to verify, survival near 43%. The A-rank case collapsed. So the request to bump the Tuesday quiz to A rank got denied. What? A whole team wiped out and the harvested dew came back A rank colored. The admins just shrug. High rank cures can come from a low darkness. Now the manager snaps, ready to argue it himself, and Soleum grabs him. Holding the blonde back, he presses it. A rank due, still a D rank job? No. The job got rated A rank, so separate pay comes through. Take it, stop complaining. For the Tuesday quiz only, a one-time bonus worth an A rank clear. Each participant pockets 30,000 points, 10,000 more on top, 40,000 total. Min-sung whoops while the protagonist hears his quit date slide 3 years closer. Points can't be transferred, Hajae adds, a little awkward. Soleum did all the work. Better know A rank record sticks. A fast promotion means worse ghost stories. Never forget, this place can kill you any second. And the others' points? Even if transfers worked, he doubts they'd hand them over. Come on, let's check your points right now. These are people who took a lethal job to save for a wish ticket. Everyone here has a goal. Hajae reminds him he taught the last registration. Points are basically life itself in this place. Hello, employee Kim Soleum. 40,100. It went through. A 5-digit haul this time, not split with anyone. Min-sung leans in, smug, while the blue-haired one stays stone-faced. Soleum glances down at the red-eyed leader, tilting its head. Since they all made it back with a pile of points, someone has an idea. Even Hajae grins and asks, "Shall we go do that?" A sunlit building, calm for once. At the team dinner, Park Min-sung grabs the tongs. Rookies don't grill on day one. They'll work him hard soon, so for now, just eat. Not that he's being polite. Soleum just needs somewhere else to look. At least nobody else sees the lizard face. Honestly, the mood isn't bad. Meat sizzles on the grill, the drinks take the edge off. Every dinner lately was just client schmoozing. How long since he ate in peace? Then a voice. "Mr. Rodeer?" He stammers a yes as the lizard asks about those 40,000 points. "Saving for a wish ticket," he says. The leader just nods. A long, flat silence between them. So he asks how best to spend points. The reply? Yes. Like he just unlocked lizard controls. Input a command, get an answer. Right then he tries again. What's a good use for them? Another pause from the leader. The verdict drops. Custom equipment. Now that he did not expect. It's a key trait of every Daydream employee. Exclusive gear, custom built. Worth remembering what this place really is. A company that throws staff into ghost stories to harvest potion. Which raises a question. In the worst ones, wouldn't everyone die and leave no potion? Higher rank means stronger exclusive gear, the company explains. No ghost story power, just a small stat boost. Exploration only, so his knowledge of it stays fuzzy. Park Min-sung points out the annex beside headquarters. It stores the safer, useful ghost stories, like that fortune-telling office radio. Hajae adds that the company files these as Twilight grade. Officially E grade, but too useful or too tame, so a separate label. Custom gear gets built from the Twilight stories they own. He digs through memory for which ones the team uses. 3 candidates surface, and he wonders which one he'll get. Then Park spots the right one. Ah, there he is! Grinning, the senior perks up beside a flat-faced Soleum. A hooded, masked figure waits by the desk. An employee? Min-sung introduces them and requests Twilight Darkness number 99. The attendant says nothing, then stirs. A heavy vault door grinds open in front of him. His own calm reflection stares back from the dark glass. Beyond it, a cold corridor of flickering lights. At a small hatch marked 99, the senior says they've arrived. Soleum looks it over, sizing up what's inside. It's the kind seed kit, clones objects like plants, powered by moonlight. Their department nearly owns it. Feed it 2 items, it makes a new one. He asks if it costs points. Of course it does, a feed per use. 1,000 points each time? That stops him cold. Shouldn't the company cover the gear they send him in with? Min-sung shrugs. Make assistant manager and it's free twice a year. Burning 1,000 raw still stings, the protagonist mutters. But the lizard called it useful, and he doesn't say that lightly. A high survival senior's advice is worth taking this early. So he commits. He'll try it right now. Good call, the senior nods, just like Hajae said. Feed the darkness 2 items. It spits out one combining their traits. He nods along, having already read every word of this in the logs. No materials yet? The team lends a rookie their first gear, or rents it out. Then the protagonist turns to the leader. Mind showing yours? A butter knife. Cut a darkness's entrance and it ferries small things through. That's how the battery reached him in the quiz show. Handy, but not defensive. Min-sung grins about his own. It lets him pull a few tricks. He'd seen Hajae's button there too. Neither defends, but the alien shop has lookalikes. So he makes the ask. Lend him the leader's gear. The butter knife loads onto the rig. A red flash and it kicks in. Now he just feeds in whatever he wants combined. One warning from Hajae. Never feed it a real plant. The door sensor catches them anyway, but better safe than sorry. Then it clicks. Every weed around here is fake plastic. Soleum goes still. He's seen this before. The wiki log. Kind seed kit. A worker fed a real dandelion in twice. Took security 7 days to stop it. All 3 on site dead. Every plant burned. The machine had thanked them sweetly in blood. Their leader explains the second slot takes junk. Weird traits barely carry, but he'll risk it. He'd been quietly running his whole inventory since they walked in. Turns out he's carrying a fair pile of supernatural items. Grip Talk, the Eat Me set, a smile sticker, but the best is something else. Out comes the silver coin he bought off the Space Mall. Asked what it is, he calls it a souvenir he likes the feel of. Min Song likes it too. Easy to carry, looks solid. Did the leader clock that it's actually an item, he wonders? Then again, in a world this full of ghost stories, one trinket means nothing. The lights blink awake. So this is why they call it custom gear. Like it wants someone to tend a plant, it scans the owner's genes. Scan complete. Gears whir, combining the data, building the kit. All 3 of them just watch the green light spill out. Sewing complete. Then it congratulates him on his first custom, roe deer. Eun-ha-jae tells him to test the new weapon at home, still inside a ghost story. Grinning, he sends the rookie off. Good work today. Go rest. A door clicks open. Soleum gives a flat sure and steps through. The new weapon fused 2 pieces. The lizard's butter knife. His old silver coin snake served as the base. Holding the coin up, he frowns. How does this even work? Did the gotcha just botch and hand him a toy? He pockets it with a flat thought so. If it's a coin, maybe you flip it so up it spins. Through the air it tumbles, a hand sigil flashing. It snaps back down and he catches it clean. Then a pale hand reaches past his face. What is this? Insert coin. The words flash and he echoes them, baffled. 101 coin gets him a donation alert in his name. The coin just rolls off, rejected. Doesn't work. 501 then, and the hand throws a heart. So it was the amount. Happily, the ghostly hand flips coins while he watches, deadpan. Then the glowing hand settles onto his head and he freezes. The thing sinks into his hand and fuses there. Something crawls over him as a dark hole opens in the floor. A glove forms over his hand as a giant shadow hand rises. Across the office floor, a glowing hand mirrors his own. He clenches his fist, and so does it. The new gear. It moves with him. A third hand, basically. If that's the case, time to test it. One hand writes. The ghostly one writes too. Same strength, same precision, down to the handwriting. Doors open. Doors close. Lids pry off by force. Range tops out around 3 meters. Enough to kill the lights from bed. The whole thing lasts about 5 seconds. It came from the lizard, his manager, Lee Jae-hyun. Best part? He never touches the cursed objects himself. A perfect pull for a man who faints at ghosts. 5 seconds of telekinesis for spare change, worth every point. Lying in bed, he's surprisingly fine. Things ended well for once. Mostly he got lucky with his people. Park Min-sung stayed cool staring death down. Eun-ha-jae trusted him. Without that trust, the lizard never lends him the gear. No telling how many ghost stories lie ahead, but strangely, working alongside them, he figures he can handle this. Maybe he just quietly rides it out. That's what he used to think anyway. Then Eun-ha-jae leans back with a coffee. Rookie. A coworker drops it on him. Their assignment is changing. He fires back an excuse me and gets a laughing sticker. Reassignment basically, like a class change past the service threshold. This feels like a lot for day 3. I know, kid, the coworker mutters. Then, did he see the official notice posted today? A phone shows a reward notice, code QTERW-D-43, the Tuesday quiz show. The mascots cheer a special incident clear, all thumbs up. Want a wish ticket? Take notes from Team D. Main contributor, 40,000 points. Kim Soleum. This is insane. They completely exposed him, and now the work is shifting. Did you see it? The coworker presses. Yes. Soleum asks if the whole team is changing departments. Sipping coffee, Eun-ha-jae says the workload is just shifting a little. Until now, he explains, they entered ghost stories with finished manuals. The new darknesses won't have any. Brand new ghost stories, no information at all. His whole method, gone. The better you are, the harder they work you, a pen pusher notes. Then a masked figure steps in, flat. Boss, you saw it? No manuals, aren't they basically telling us to go die? The boss, red lizard eyes only Soleum sees, answers no. Eun-ha-jae gapes, but the protagonist perks up. Maybe there's a loophole. The lizard points out that people die die even with full manuals. Eun-ha-jae just deadpans and "Oh, really?" Soleum counters, "Isn't it more dangerous without one?" "No real difference," the boss shrugs, which is exactly why the brute force types end up the way they do. So he asks directly, "Any upside to a reassignment?" "Yes. Turns out you get bonus points." The blue-haired one stares dead flat. Park Min-sung asks if it's a lot. The boss confirms it. 3 to 4 times the usual haul, maxing out at 15. Both coworkers' jaws hit the floor. Soleum clocks the gambler's gleam in their eyes. Should he stop them? But for him, it's a guaranteed win. He's got the wiki memorized. Basically a triple points jackpot. And just like that, the whole team's in. First stop, the 17th floor. Floors 17 through 20 belong to development headquarters. This one's where they hunt brand new darknesses. The boss strolls in, easy as anything. A voice asks if this is the famous recruit. A celebrity now? Then a hand reaches out for a shake. A silver-haired researcher grins and offers it. One eye narrows. Who is this guy? A grinning man in a lab coat offers a hand. Kwak Jae-gang, Research Team 1 manager. The name jolts Soleum. The blue-haired senior just nods hello. He bows low, gives his name, and Kwak praises the manners. Eun-ha-jae leans in. "Don't sweat it, he's only a manager." Deadpan inside, Soleum notes the title wasn't the surprise. The researcher tips a smug little smile. He's in the record too. Analyst of the nastiest anomalies. Rarer still, it flags him cheerful and sociable. True enough, he figures, but better not let on. Kwak chirps about working together. The lizard gives a flat yes. A glitch window pops up. Input a command for an answer. Yes again. Research Team 1 finds ways into brand new anomalies, he explains. Exploring them is Group D's reworked job. Pawns scatter over a manual once Group D reports a darkness back. So this is the team that hands out the work. Over his shoulder, the researcher welcomes Group D aboard. Check the civilian escape logs, he adds, and the last team's too. Not even field crew, Soleum gripes, while Park Min-sung panics over Eun-ha-jae's slipping face. Turning away, the senior mutters a flat, "Excuse me." Then Kwak leans in with an offer. Care to bet on the rank? Pardon? An odds sheet slides over, just a fun little pool. A flat no thanks, and the grin finally drops. Betting on lethal ranks. What if they get audited, and does nobody upstairs stop this? Park Min-sung laughs it off. Nobody dies from a little bet. Dead flat, Soleum just stares, wondering if this is workplace harassment. Just joking, the man says, dropping back into his seat. This darkness isn't lethal, he explains. Plenty of civilians walked back out. The Disaster Bureau keeps demanding a shutdown, and the cover-up was a pain. Then a file lands in Soleum's hands. Check the records. Lots of escape logs means D rank at worst, so relax. Reading along, he hits the word clowns and stops cold. A finger taps play. Watch this. Up pops a grinning clown in a polka dot suit. Red hands close over his shoulders, and the old weakness kicks in. Gripping his phone, he starts the verdict. This ghost story is definitely. Park Min-sung glances down with a curious, "Oh." Grinning wide, the manager wishes him a safe trip. Dragged toward the red, Soleum begs them to cancel the triple points event. A giant clown grin swallows the frame as he howls he's out. The screen lights up. Clowns hate you. A logged ghost story filed under Daydream's own code. One wary eye opens in the red dark. The rule: an endless hallway of clown portraits, walked forever. Looking closer, he catches it. That's no real clown makeup. They're human faces twisted into forced, grotesque grins. And the longer you linger, the more warped the portraits get. Then a long-haired masked figure waits ahead in the glow. The rule: anyone lost here becomes a new clown portrait. A horror this intense would be rare, he figures, half dead with fear at the door. Then a masked coworker shrugs it off, says it's not so dark. Another asks about dark adapting. The lizard tells them to shut their eyes for 60 seconds. Yes sir, 60 seconds, the team chirps. Wait, are they serious? In a hall crawling with gruesome portraits, they're closing their eyes together. Leering clown faces line every wall, and anything could jump out. A colleague tells the rest to rest their eyes. They cheerfully agree. He just sighs. These people, the lizard included, fundamentally feel no fear. The type whose pulse only spikes near death, bored stiff by horror movies. Staying calm seems impossible if they wake. Poke them, a coworker reads, and they give chase. A few civilians escape through empty frames, the redhead adds. The lizard just nods. Noted. Then the order: poke every portrait. The redhead grins, promises to signal and bolt. Hourly retries, the manager decides, and the redhead snaps off a salute. Antlers up. up? He goes quiet while a coworker reasons crawlers are slow, so they're fine. The redhead nudges him about a movie poster clown. No response. Eyes open, take a look, someone says, and he cracks one wary eye. Above him, a glowing-eyed clown leers from its frame. It matches a missing civilian, a coworker notes. Vanish here and you become that. Want to touch that one first? The protagonist says nothing at all. Then, steadier, he announces he's cracked the escape method. The whole team whips around blindsided. Not even 5 minutes, one sputters. He's absolutely not looking back. Item in hand, the salaryman calls it escape speedrun. A pale gloved hand reaches out of the dark with a cheery, "Hi!" Two masked coworkers talk gear. Is this all for Ro? A fist closes over a fat stack of silver coins. Donation alerts pile up, Soleum dropping 500 on every line. One clap and little hearts float up to feed the thing. The custom weapon, drop a coin, steer the hand from afar. So that hand is the method Ro cooked up. Yes. Short on time, so the rundown first. Those portraits aren't decoration. One among them is correct. The ones that crawl when stabbed are wrong. Exactly. On his signal, run and find the matching portrait. A masked rookie hesitates, half begging the manager to reconsider. But the lizard signs off easy, humoring the newbie like a generous boss. Listening to Ro never hurts, the redhead grins, stretching for the workout. Sorry, seniors. Honestly, he thinks, you don't even need to run. Escaping is easy. Gutsy types just stroll, touching portraits. But a coward like him can't do that. One red eye glints. Their only option is a speed run out. 4 minutes in, a clown leers. Haunted house speed run, go. Manager Quack, a voice asks. What grade is it this time? Still betting on D? The boss tells him to keep that quiet here. Not around the other teams, he warns. Right, the desk worker mutters. Usually he just smiles along. Now the manager calls him out, then he reconsiders. The real mood killer is someone else. That obnoxious newbie from the field investigation team. Kim Soleum was it. Tried to pull him into the pool, got a glare. His fists hit the desk. Just a lab rat putting on airs? He drops 10 on D. Hope the kid dies in the dark this time. Finish the report first, Quack adds. Ugh, why always me? Eyeing the clock. Those guys won't escape before clock out anyway. The File. Adults who watched a cursed clown ad. What idiots. Still, he allows, some get lucky and make it out. Survivors crawled back through the empty portrait the clown climbed from. But nobody knows which portrait is right. The whole hall a blank. Every account contradicts the last. So the only way out is grinding. Wake the clown, lose him in the halls. Fight him off again and again until your stamina runs dry. Picturing them circling blind, he grins. One or two are bound to die. Leaning back, he savors it. Go ahead and drop dead. Park Min-sung throws himself at someone, fired up. Wait, what? Somebody chokes out. Back at the office, the crew swarms him with coffee and snacks. 26 minutes on the clock and he's already out. They cleared the dark in under 30 minutes. A lab coat staffer gushes. Did manager Lee smash everything again? No, Eun-ha-jae corrects. The rookie did the whole thing. Then a dark-haired senior, hands clasped. Good to see you again. That newbie pulled it off, the researcher marvels. Knew it day one. He goes quiet, turning it over. Asked how he managed it, the protagonist just nods. Alright. First clue, he says. The ad was called The Pierrot Hates You. A clown wears bright makeup, laughs, juggles, cracks jokes. But a Pierrot is the French kind, monochrome and mournful. The name was the whole tell. So the Pierrot alone wouldn't come after them. To test it, they hunted the portrait with the sad gray makeup. Keeping 3 meters back, the masked rookie reaches out and taps the painting from a distance. The Pierrot quietly slips out of the frame. Back before the senior staff, he wraps it up. That's all. They gape. 30 minutes, first time in and he cracked it? One leans in, green eye narrowing. Hold on, he cuts in. Records say light makes every clown jump out. So how to spot the Pierrot in the dark? Oh, that. The team leader recognized it easily enough. Min-sung lent a notebook. He threw together a rough manual. All Ro's work, the senior waves. A gloved hand passes the notebook to a silver-haired researcher who just smiles. Flipping through it, the man marvels he deduced all this from the briefing. Thanks to him, the manual prototype's done already, he says, faintly rattled. Inside, the disbelief mounts. Escaped in 30 minutes and built a whole theory? The protagonist just stands there, faintly amused while they wonder if he's human. Min-sung rounds on the team leader. Bring something out, you hand it over. A black-gloved hand lifts a white bundle. That is? Because the Pierrot tried to bolt, the leader lunged straight at it. The green-haired researcher goes pale. Are these two monsters? Both of them slick, oddly alike, cousins maybe. Then the tall leader turns and the salaryman meets his eyes in silence. Did he grab a business card, the man asks? A card? He's new, none printed yet. Hands clasped, the researcher smiles. He obviously means the other thing.